guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video we are painting the Tamiya Toyota Supra Custom, and this is what it turns out at the end. And I gotta tell you, this thing turned out so good. We are doing everything in this video: priming, painting, and clear coating all in one video. So right now we are going to blow off the body. I'm using my airbrush because obviously airbrush has air. We want to blow off any dust that's on the body from sanding and all that good stuff from prepping the body. And then we're going to use a spray can for this primer stage because I am using a different paint company, or basically a brand that for paint I'm using. So we're going to be using the Tamiya Surfacer Primer for primer. Great, that is. And we're going to put on 2 coats, very light coats. Now again, don't take any spray can methods from me because I have no idea what I'm doing with spray cans. Only thing that I use spray cans on model cars is literally just primer. That's it. Everything for models I do airbrushing. So just keep your coats very light. I try to keep them as light as possible for spray cans, and just keep your distance. And if you want to, put it in some warm water. That way it will kind of soften the paint a little bit and it can flow a little bit easier onto the body. So we did 2 coats of this, and then we'll come back when we do our first color coat. Alrighty, so now it's time to put on our first cover coat. So we are using a paint company called Tropical Glitz. This is their Delicious Green. And now, since it's my first time using their paints, I have no idea what I'm doing. But this color turned out so good at the end. So I'm trying to get my air pressure going and stuff. And this thing, it is pretty good. So this is airbrush ready, and this is, again, since this is actual true automotive paint, because I did talk to them at N.Y.S this year at 2025 N.Y.S, and this is not like ordinary paint. This is not lacquer. This is not any of that kind of stuff. It's just pure automotive paint. So yeah, it's not acrylic paint. It's nothing like that. It's pure automotive paint. So I have no idea what I was in for, and only thing that I came across with this paint is it was a little thick for my end. I am using a gallery. This is a 5mm needle with a fan bezel at the end, and my airbrush or my settings for the air pressure I usually keep at 15, and for this case I turn it up to 20 psi because this paint was a little more thicker than usual, because this paint is actually meant for an actual air gun, not for a really airbrush, I think. So if you want to, for my second coat and beyond from that, I did put in a little bit extra thinner. I use actual lacquer thinner to put in there to thin down just a little bit so it flows down a little more easier. But since this is your first coat, you do want to make it super light like I am doing here. First coat, you should still be able to see your first primer coat. Your primer should still show through your first coat of your first coat. Alrighty, so now we are on to our second coat. Now, just in case you don't know how long you should wait between your coats, usually 5 minutes is more than enough. But if you're running in a more humid way or more cooler environment, your body should have like an eggshell look to it. So if it has an eggshell look to it, then you're good to do for your second or third coat, whatever you have to do next. Now, like I mentioned before, I did put in a little bit extra thinner into this. I use lacquer thinner because, again, this paint was a little more thicker than usual for my tasting. So a little bit extra thinner, 1 millimeter is what I put in there. And this is plenty thin enough. It flows out of the airbrush a little more easier in this case. So again, I am running at 20 psi and a wide fan bezel on this airbrush because I am running a 5mm needle. Now again, keep your coat super light. This is your second coat. It should be just as light as your first coat. Just keep it light because, again, you don't want to create any wrinkles or anything kind of crazy looking into your paint, because sometimes paint does not like it to go so super thick. So again, this is plastic. I'm not sure how automotive paint binds to plastic super well. It might wrinkle, it might eat into the plastic, who knows. So again, play it safe, keep your coats super light. Alrighty, and we are on to our third coat. Again, 5 minutes between each coat. We are ready to go. Again, I did put in thinner just so it flows easier, and then keep this coat as light as your first and second coat. Since we are partnering this third coat, I do want to mention, give a huge shout out to scalewriters.com. He is the one that sent me this kit free of charge to build for you guys and build for the channel and for my content. Thank you so much, Hector, for sending this kit to me. Make sure you guys head over to scalewriters.com and make sure you use coupon code N.Y.S modeling, all capitalized with no space in between, to get free shipping on your entire order, because we all know shipping is getting a little more pricier these days with gas prices going up and stuff. So make sure you do use coupon code N.Y.S modeling, all capitalized, and again, no space, and that will get you free shipping on your entire order. Thank you so much, Scale Writers, for sending this kit out to me free of charge and for me to build for you guys and for this channel. Over to scalewriters.com, link in the description box below, or scan a QR code on your screen. Alrighty, so we are on to our fourth coat. I am doing a fourth coat because I do want this green to be a little more darker than usual. Since I did use gray primer, I should have used dark primer because I did want this gray to be a little more darker. So I just put on one extra coat just to make sure it's completely covered, because there was actually some spots that I kind of missed and it was a little bit lighter than usual. So I'm just going to do that, and then again, just darken the body color a little bit darker than usual. So this is our final coat, and then we are going to do like a mist coat at the end. You might see me like missing the body color onto the body. It's just called a mist coat. Just make sure everything is completely covered and even. Alrighty, so there is our final product right here. Let it dry for about 5 to 10 hours if you want to. If you have time, wait overnight before you do your clear coating or decaling, whatever you have to do. And I gotta say, this color turned out pretty good. Just make sure you do put in a little bit extra thinner. You might not have the same issue as I did if you're using like a smaller needle size than I'm using. You might be just fine. But since I am using a bigger needle, it was a little thicker for me. So 1 milliliter of thinner, it worked out good. And now we are on to clear coat. Now, since this is automotive paint, we are going to use finish 2K clear. This is from Finish 1. Mixed ratio that I use is 4 to 1 to 1. 4 parts clear coat, 1 part hardener, and 1 part thinner or reducer. And just in case about duplicate color, he did mention do not use duplicate color, or I wouldn't recommend any like other automotive paint company underneath this color coat, because he did say his colors are different, different science things between, or different chemicals you want to call it. So if he said if you use Finish 1 primer or whatever, he says his paints will wrinkle. So in this case, the Tamiya primer worked out just fine. The Tamiya primer did not react to the tropical Glitz at all, so that's good. So, but he did say any kind of clear coat you can work. So I am using Finish 1. Again, you can probably use Tamiya. I'm not sure. Make sure you do a test spoon, because Tamiya clear coats are a bit they're hotter because they're 1K, or Mr. Hobby, whatever. Make sure if you use any kind of clear coat in a spray can, which is 1K, make sure you do a test spoon. Make sure it's not going to wrinkle or react to this paint. Since this is 2K clear, only every 2K clear does not get hot. It's pretty much any 2K clear, it will work on this body. So again, this is the first coat. We're going to keep it light. We're going to get any hard to reach areas first. Easy to forget spots since there's a lot on this body, and then we're going to move on to our first coat. Alrighty, so now we are on to our second coat. Now this is gonna be the final coat for me. Because this clear coat turned out pretty good, there was hardly any orange peel. Now you will see at the end of the video there was some pretty big, like, I want to call it trash into the clear coat. I'm not sure if it was a humidity or something, but this body was completely covered with a bunch of like pivots, you want to call it. You will see the pictures at the end, and then at the end of the video, I'll show pictures of me polishing it, and then at the very end of this video, you will see a video of it outside in the sun. I gotta tell you, this color is absolutely fantastic out in the sun. The metallic flakes that's in this color is just out of this world. It's insane. So I'll come back when we do the polishing pictures. Again, I'm not sure if it was a temperature or something. The clear coat kind of got a little trashy at some, mainly the hood, but a lot of it was on the fenders and the door and the roof as well. So, but mainly the hood, and the hood was the worst part. But we'll get to that when we get to it. Okay, so here it is. As you can see, it's about 4 days later, and there is just a lot of trash in this clear coat. Again, it turned out pretty good, but just mainly the hood, roof, a little bit of the door panels, the trunk area. So we just wet sanded. I do have a full on tutorial video on how I wet sand and polish my bodies. There is a link in the description box below if you want to check that out. But just wet sand it, and then we just polish it with McGuire's polishing compounds, and it really did turn out pretty good. So I'm not sure if it was the humidity or what it was. The clear coat kind of partially dried into the cup where I mix it in. I'm not sure, but other than that, the polishing turned out good. I got it all out of there, and then yeah, check this out. It looks fantastic. And then in this light, this is the studio light, you want to call it, or my bench light, you can kind of see a metallic flakes into it, but wait until you see it outside. It is absolutely out of this world. It's insane. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much about it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, a Tropical Glitz. This is a really good cup paint company. My first time using them. I might use them again in the future. Who knows? But this color turned out fantastic. Stay tuned for the video at the end where I show this body in the sun. It's absolutely insane. But other than that, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. And until my next video, I'll catch you guys next time.